Hi, my name's Joe, and today we're going to be looking at taking the bumper off of BMW 7 Series. As we all know, generally they've got a nice leak problem, so we're going to be looking for that. Now, just before I begin, basically I've already taken everything apart, just for time constraints, but I'm going to go through what that process would be anyway. So let's start off. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your battery out. That's more of a safety thing than anything. And we're looking for the leak. So you've got this cloth in here, which is generally sat around this area on top of your battery, covering up your fuse panel there, and you've got two clips. Now these you should be able to just pull out, but if not, you just get a flathead screwdriver. Now they're like this, so it's basically they just slide inside themselves when they're locked, as I've just locked that one, and they can be a bit of a bugger to unlock. But once you've got that out, that can come out nicely out of the way. And obviously there's no battery in here, we've already taken it out. Now these are size 13 nuts on the positive and negative there. And then there's also a piece of metal which will just be holding the battery in like this. And that's a number 10. And you can simply take that out, and then the battery will come out itself, and that weighs quite a lot, so be careful when you're doing that. Once you've got your battery out, you're all good. So you're going to take your floor mat out first. Comes out nice and easy, fold that up. And then you're looking at kind of these plastic raised areas around where your spare wheel would be. Now, we've taken the spare wheel out as well, just because if you lose any nuts or any tools underneath it, it's a pain in the ass. So we've taken it out. That's just lift the floor support off. You've got this ring and then another ring underneath which is pressing on the wheel, and then just lift the wheel out. That's simple. So with these are number 10 nuts again. These are plastic, so be a bit careful with them. Undo all of these. The front one comes out first, or rear, depending on how you want to say it. And then the other one. And what this allows you to do, so you can see here is a lip on this side which is held in place by that. So then you can take that out, and again with the press clips, screwdriver in, gently ease them up, and if you sort of get the screwdriver in so you've actually got the round of it underneath, and then you can kind of lever it, they should pop out easy enough. So that's your right side. And on the left side, you've simply got two flathead plastic screws. Again, be careful with these, they're not the most sturdy things in the world. But these panels will just sit in without being tightened anyway, so it's up to you on that one. This one could be a bit more of a pain because obviously it's got to get around the CD changer. He's coming out there, beautiful. Right. So now you're looking at a very vast empty space. So you've still got this panel here, which actually covers up the nuts you want to get to, are the main thing holding the bumper on. But firstly, there is two small plastic nuts, which are actually living in here, connecting to the back of the light panel. Now I'm assuming they're plastic because the light panel's metal and you don't want to electrocute off that, but that's why you've taken the battery out. So you've got one of these on both sides. They come off. I think they're number 10. These just came off by hand. Otherwise they're exactly the same size as the ones which are holding this on, so they're a 10 as well. So that just leaves you with the back panel here. This could be a bit more of a pain just because there's a few fiddly bits. So you get these two panels, which just basically are here and here, with a nice little indent there for a flathead screwdriver. Just simply pop those off, but again be careful because it's all plastic, you don't want to break the edges. It's not going to make any difference, but aesthetically it's not going to look too good. Then underneath they've got two torque screws. Now these weren't the same, don't ask me why, but they do the job, and yeah, okay, yours might be different, but they're just holding this on basically. You've also got 4 of the press clips. So you've got 2 in the actual boot bottom, and then 2 again with screwdriver indents just to be popped out. Now these are a pain in the ass, so try not to break those. Okay, so once you're done fiddling around getting these clips out, you're going to be able to just peel that off nice and gently. Don't want any damage. Whack that out of the way. With that out of the way, that's going to expose the 6 nuts that you actually want to get to take the bumper off proper. These are size 14 and they're located, you've got 3 on this side and 3 in the same place on this side, and basically they're connected to the chassis and the shock absorbers in the bumper, so if you have a little bump you should be alright. But before you can take the bumper off now, it'll be the wheel arches. You've actually got a few things which are connected to the bumper. So you've got 2 of the press clips down here, these are obviously already out, and then you'd have a small nut up here which is a size 8. I'll just double check that for you. Yeah, so that's an 8mm, that one. I mean, it seems like it's in an awkward position, but that's absolutely fine to get out. You won't even need any extra attachments on your socket wrench there. And then once they're out, you can begin the task of actually removing the bumper. Okay, so one last thing before you pull the bumper off. You're just going to get your wheel arch lining and just pull it out so it's not tucked in behind the bumper anymore, so it's going to cause you some problems. And then you'll be able to start pulling it off from the back. Okay.
Ready?
Excellent. Okay, so there's your bumper off. And there's also quite a nice look at the shock absorbers there.
Lots of rust.